Um, okay, I'll be live. Let me check. Hopefully the audio is okay. I got a new mic again. Let me check. Okay. Hopefully you can hear the audio, the game, and me as well. Can you? Right, how's the game audio? Can you hear the game audio? Hello. Okay, I think you can hear me and the game. I think. Let me know if the audio's a bit weird. But yeah, okay, let's continue with this. Oh my god. When's the last time I streamed? Like a weekish ago? Well, fuck me, has the world turned to crap since then? Oh my lord, oh my god. Lots to talk about today. Why am I injured? Hang on. I need to heal up. Not sure. Okay. I'll tell you what, I've been playing the Getaway on the PlayStation. Anyone remembers the Getaway? Oh my god, legend. But such a good game. Actually no, I mean nah. It had some weak points. The driving was annoying in it, but yeah. Yeah, I used the detonator here, don't I? Where's... Oh, here. Do I pull it here? There we are. There we are. I need to put my crown jewel, my crown jewel in here. Dirty bitch. There we are. Shit. Okay. Okay, there's just a dead woman on the table.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
I will say, I think the voice actor in the remake for Irons is a lot better than this. Like, what's this?
No, don't bother telling me. It makes no difference.
It sounds so generic in this version.
That's the mayor's daughter. I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty.
the pixelated face. I love how it's zoomed in, but we can't really see them. Well, I mean, to be fair, no, we can see the face. I'm being a bit hyperbolic there, but
in a manner of speaking, there is. Either by putting a bullet through her brain, or by decapitating her completely.
So that's Catherine Warren, isn't it? I think the mayor's daughter. I remember because in the remake, the fucking they made these side characters have a lot more emphasis on the story in the remake, like Irons and stuff. Which is interesting. Rah.
Wait. Let me go. Easy, easy there. I'm not. You're safe now.
Here we are. We're going to be babysitting her for the rest of the game now. We're going to be like the worst babysitter ever.
Harry, do you know where your parents are? They both work at the Umbrella Chemical Plant, near the city limits. The chemical plant? Then, what are you doing here? My mom called and told me to go to the police station because it was too dangerous to stay at home. From the look of things, I'd say she was probably right. But it's dangerous here as well. You'd better come with me. But there's something out there. I don't know what it is, but I saw it. Much larger than any of those zombies. And it's coming after me. What was that? That's what I was telling you about. It's here. Sherry, wait.
Oh wow, oh dear. I'll be taking that. I swear there was a health spray in there before. Now we just get fucking ammo. Okay. Is Irons still here? Ah, he left. Interesting. Oh, how convenient. He left his key here as well. That takes me to the garage, I think. The basement. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh God. Do I want to get into it now? Why not? I gotta walk anyway. Yeah, so God, it's kicked off, innit? This last week, Charlie Kirk died, assassinated. Oh my God, am I angry about that? I did want to come on a bit when that happened, but I didn't have lots of time, but I have some time now. Oh, there we are. I need to put the jewel in. There we are. Let's put that in. But the thing that annoys me the most is the aftermath of the situation. Even though it's absolutely horrific what happened, it's really sad. I did see the clip, and I play really gory games. Like I played Manhunt the other day, but when I saw that clip of him getting shot, it really knocked me back for like a good few days. Even now, it's still like, oh my God. And maybe it might be because it's a real person, but I think it's just like, it was really, really graphic, man. It's like, it really took me back. Like, it was just like, Oh god, I'm gonna die. It was really, really unnerving. Well, that clip, it really was. Was it on Twitter? Oh, it's heartbreaking, that. And then like his kid and all that. Like I've seen like videos after, like him with his kid. Oh my god, I cannot. Like, it's so sad. And for what? Because he had fucking opinions. Now I'm gonna be honest now, I don't. Some of it. The thing is, one of the quotes I've heard around from them deranged fucking lefties was like, "Oh, I would die for the second." No, was it like people have to die for the Second Amendment? No, what he meant was, I'm pretty sure it was meant for gun control because of fucking lunatics who might enter your home. So you should have a right to defend yourself. I think that's what it was getting at. People have twisted that quote so fucking much, so disingenuously, and they're now like saying, "Oh, he justified like gun shootings and school shootings, so he deserved it." That's not what he said. He said he just wants people to have a right to defend themselves against lunatics. Probably like the people who are going against him now. If they're going to the home or like they rape someone they care about, you know what I mean? You should be able to fucking kill them. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? He won't advocate for school shooting. Like, fuck off. That really, like, all the insane mental gymnastics and the twisting of the things he said, like, in the aftermath, so they can fucking somehow justify what happened to him. Absolutely vile. Absolutely disgusting. There was another one as well about empathy. And it turned out that wasn't the full quote. He said, like, "Oh, you shouldn't have empathy for people." That's not what the quote was. That obviously was a bit of it, but the full quote was, actually, you shouldn't have empathy. You should be having sympathy. People omitted that part of it, though, to say, "Oh, why should I care about his death?" But actually, he said sympathy because he made a good point that you can never really truly be in someone's shoes, which is empathy, but you should still feel a bit of like sorrow for them if people go for like a rough time, which is fair. That's a valid point. You know what I mean? You can never truly be in someone's shoes. You can pretend to be, but you know, like, be real. The best you can do is feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? That's the point he was getting at. All these people twisted what he's saying, and then they're calling him Nazi and this and that. Where? All they're doing is just fabricating and twisting quotes that he says and omitting stuff. And you know what's funny about that as well? They fucking love to accuse... They are the worst offenders for accusing everyone else for example, misrepresenting stats or misusing quotes. But they're doing it themselves on a grand scale. Like, for example, with like the grooming gangs and people... Oh, you can't use these stats because apparently so-and-so gets stopped and searched more than white people, even though Albanians also have higher crime rates, but Albanians are white. So how does that make any sense? So it's not about them being policed hard. And also there's two-tier justice against, you know, British people. So, you know, the KC report said the police officers literally reported they were scared about arresting certain people in fear of being judged of being a racist. That's literally in the report that came out like a few months ago, the Casey report. So it's actually the other way around. It's unrepresented. It's even more unrepresented to what it should be against people who aren't white. You know what I mean? But the left, it frustrates me. That so-called group of peacefulness and like people who are so intelligent, who are amazing stats, who never misinterpret everything. Their interpretations are spot on, but yet they're deliberately fucking omitting quotes, they're deliberately misrepresenting what he said, they're deliberately, you know, like miscategorizing and just labeling with all these stupid labels that are not right. Like Nazi, like who is Hitler? Where's Hitler? Fucking all these people saying Nazis these days. You'd think half the people are fucking Hitler in the streets. Who's gassing people in chambers these days? No one. Fucking retarded people using these sort of labels, man. And then they say, "Oh, why are you stirring up hate? Why are you stirring up hateful?" Not me personally, but you know, why are you stirring up hateful? In the same breath, they're calling people X, Y, Z. They're calling people Nazis. They're calling people fascists. They're calling people racist. They're calling people all sorts of horrible shit that isn't even true. But yet they're the ones accusing other people, saying, why are you causing division? No. Why you're against, like, people from, say, like, illegal people coming into our country doing X, Y, Z. Why are you against that? Why are you causing division? It's the rich. Like, but yet they're happily, gleefully causing division by labelling all these people X, Y, Z when they're not those things. What the actual fuck? So that the response was absolutely vile. Absolutely, that's what really frustrated me. In the aftermath. It's like, I don't know how so many people have no humanity. I don't know. Even if you didn't agree with what he said, like I didn't like in certain things, like if it was true, if he said stuff like, what was it? When I did see the clip about, if he let his 10-year-old daughter, theoretically, if his 10-year-old was pregnant, he did say quite dodgy stuff, but come on, like, first of all he just said certain things, and even then they're probably twisted, so I'm gonna have a bit of grain of salt. You know what I mean? When people are saying he said X, Y, Z, I'm gonna have some grain of salt on that. But also, he just said stuff. He never did anything. They're acting like he was gassing people in chambers. No, you should have a bit of fucking, remorse. Like, you shouldn't be fucking bawling your eyes out. You know what I mean? It's not like your nan died or anything. But come on, you shouldn't be fucking gleefully like, oh wow, oh my god, he died. That's so great. Oh my god. No, no one should feel that about anyone. Only in very exceptional circumstances, like if it's Osama bin Laden or Hitler or a rapist or something like that, then yes, honestly, fuck it, well done, you died. But him, no, all he did was say stuff. He was, and actually, the thing is, if he actually do look at the content he did, if he actually did watch and not look at cherry-picked clips or, you know what I mean, or sound bites, he really wasn't as problematic as people making out to be. He really wasn't. You gotta be fucking realistic, man. All these people, like, and again, it's the same people. They're the same people accusing, say, like, for example, the right or whatever, of using sound bites or stuff as evidence, but they're doing it themselves. The thing is, the hypocrisy's off the scale, but what makes it even worse is they're the people who are so have delusions of grandeur. They think they're so morally superior and intellectually superior to everyone else, thinking, oh, these people are so dumb, they're using all these stats, they're using stupid arguments, oh, I'm so superior, but they're doing it themselves, so you're no better than them, but yet you're the one acting like you're morally superior and above everyone else on a high horse. You don't have that right anymore. You're worse than them. The left are worse than the right now. I don't like being in either or, but I don't really put myself in just firmly one category or the other. I have views in both camps. I do think rich are the problem, but I do think, for example, immigrants are an issue too. I can be in both, but the way the left are absolutely vile, especially how they behaved. And then the hypocrisy going around. Oh, but what about free speech? What about I thought you were about free speech. No. Like, is that really it? Is that what you want to use your free speech to say? To taunt? To be gleeful? To cheer on someone's murder? Someone like a dad who really didn't really do anything that bad really. You acting like he was Hitler. At worst, he said a few questionable stuff, but that was it. And no, saying he was racist and all that. He was fucking friends with Candace Owen, besties, who was a black woman. These people saying he was racist and all that, and he was so like basically a fucking slave owner. No, fuck off. No, he wasn't. Clearly, I don't know what twisted world certain people were in. And you know what's really annoying? That's why that killer did what he did. He was radicalised by these people. These people called him all these sort of names. And now look, the left are literally a terrorist group at this point. They really are. And you know what? Good on Trump for starting to investigate Antifa now. Maybe labelling, starting to investigate if they're a terrorist organisation. Because fuck me, their behaviour is like one at this point. disgusting. And then they're going to all these rallies as well, especially the one on Saturday. You know, like, again, they're all fucking far right, fucking racist thugs. What was funny was there was more people who went to that fucking that rally on Saturday. Far less arrests. It was like 28 arrests. No, 8. I think it was 20. I don't know. I think it was like 28 arrests. Nottingham Carnival had like over 400 arrests with less people. But yet they want to focus on the so-called far right and their 8 arrests compared to, you know, the multicultural 400 arrests with less people. But yet they won't say anything about that though, will they? Fucking hypocrisy off the scales, man, with that. I fucking hate the left now. Hate them. Loads of people do as well. I don't know how they think they're gonna... This is what I don't get as well. There's, you know, the so-called political they're a movement, they're a party, they're whatever. How are you gonna fucking attract people on your side when you're just pushing them away and being so malicious? That's why more people moving to the right. Maybe like me. Like, how are you gonna? How are you gonna think you're gonna invite people to your side if you're gonna act like that and be so disgusting human? How? When you brandish pretty much like 8% of the population as far right, racist, fascist, and all that. How do you think that's it? How you do? I don't get it. And it's disgusting how they acted, and it's disgusting how their defence is, oh, what about this Democrat who died? No, that's completely sad as well. They shouldn't have died either. Normal people condemn all murders, obviously again apart from rapists, and you know what I mean. So don't go about and use whataboutisms, you know what I mean? Normal people condemn all innocent murders, you know what I mean? You know, if you're at the point when you start to justify and say, oh, well, what about this person? What about this? Well, maybe then you have a blind spot, and maybe you're not, you know, morally clean as you think you are. If you're celebrating someone who died, it doesn't matter who it is. If they're innocent, should you be doing that now? It's disgusting. Disgusting. I just cannot believe so many people have no humanity now, especially. I really think social media. Wow. I don't know. I think something needs to be looked at now. I honestly think. I do honestly think now. I think we need to get more humanity back in society. I think it would fix so many issues if we basically just got rid of social media. And like, you know how many mental health issues are caused by fucking social media? You know, how many problems in society and all this sort of stuff. I really think it would do a fucking net positive if we just got rid of it at this point. And people would have more humanity. They'd be forced to have personable connections rather than being so distant to other people, and therefore they lack those human emotions, that human sort of empathy and all that sort of stuff, and how to just be normal people, because so many people are deranged now. It's really not healthy. I think as well, this whole free speech thing, it was made at a time, you know, like probably back in like fucking what was that time? The Magna Carta, was it? Like the 1000 something, I can't remember. It was so fucking long ago. It was basically when everyone was in villages, you know what I mean? A small tight-knit community. That's when free speech applied, you know what I mean? But now, like, because you were held accountable by other villagers, you know what I mean? You might have thought those things deep down, you know, that may be a bit debatable, whatever, but you know what I mean? You couldn't literally say whatever the fuck you wanted, you know, with no fucking counterback. You had to fucking, you had to like stand your ground if you're gonna say vulgar shit. Could you imagine if you were like a tight knit community of villagers and then this villager died, and then like you said, that villager deserved it because, you know, they said XYZ. You'd be fucking like pitchforked out the fucking village, and rightfully so. There's no humanity these days. You can say whatever you want. There's no accountability because you're all anonymous twats on the internet. It's like, by the way, not you all as in viewers, I mean more, I guess, generally. But like, there's no accountability these days, and I think free speech is being abused. I think it does need to be fucking looked at. it might sound a bit dictatorial, but I think it would be for the better good if, like, people just can't say, like, inhumane shit. You know what I mean? Think back to the time when, like, again, like I said, like, this free speech at a time where people were just in a small village where you'd be fucking knocked the fuck out if you did anything out of turn in your little community. You know what I mean? It created a good society. You know what I mean? Good, decent human beings who have respect for one another. We're not at that point now. We're on social media. Like, people are so impersonable, inhumane to each other because there's no accountability. There's no person at the end of the screen that you're talking to. You can't visualise it. So you don't, you know what I mean? You'd have no fucking remorse or care for other people's feelings, and that's disgusting. And then we wonder why we have all these fucking mental health problems and all this sort of shit. And so many problems in society now. That's why. But people, and again, people are now abusing the idea of free speech. Like, oh, so I can get away with, like, this innocent person, I can laugh at and rejoice at their murder. Oh, because free speech. And if you go against my right to cheer on someone's death, oh, you're against free speech, you're a fucking dictator, oh, you're a hypocrite. No, there should be consequences for that. It's disgusting. And I thought the left were all for free speech and all this sort of not free speech, sorry. Yeah, I thought it's the right that was for free speech and the left that are like no, what was it? The left were like, oh, you can't say this. Oh, you have to be so caring. You have to be so empathetic for people, everyone's feelings. Which, you know, probably a point to that, like I just said. But you can't say that and then just fucking rejoice at someone's death, no matter if you dislike them or you disagreed with them. You can't be doing that. You're a hypocrite. And that's the thing as well. Like, again, that same group is so for everyone's feelings, which I'll say why it's hypocritical in a minute, but. It's so for everyone's feelings, like, no matter who, everyone's equal, everyone's amazing, which is in fairyland, by the way, but, you know, everyone's amazing. You should always condemn, like, you know what I mean, any evil in humanity, but yet the second someone gets assassinated, just because they don't like them, just because they're on, like, a different side to them, they're still innocent, but they're on a different side to them. Oh no, it's amazing. Oh, I'm laughing at them now. Oh, I'm cheering them on. Oh, I'm so grateful we don't. Not even just cheering, but the fact that, like, they're just, like, not apathetic. Like I said, it's not like the nan died, but it's like, how can you just, like, disregard him? You know what I mean? Him, his family. It's just vile. And you know what I don't get as well? It's the fact that people are, like, saying, oh, and I didn't like anything he standed for. I think what he said was utter trash. He's a horrible human being. But I still feel sorry for his family. Why are you adding that disclaimer? Why? Again, that's not how normal people talk. You know what I mean? Even one of my worst enemies, you know, they died or whatever. I wouldn't say, oh, he's my worst enemy. I hated him to my bones. Oh, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say that. I'd just say, oh, God, I can't believe he died. Like, oh, my God. You know what I mean? That's how normal people react. Not saying, adding all these disclaimers like, I hated him. Oh, he's a horrible human being. He's a Nazi. He's a far right. But I still feel bad for his family. Why is that necessary? No one's acting like if you don't add that disclaimer, you like sucked him off or something. You know what I mean? Have a bit of fucking humanity. And what do? If you call that out, they just use whataboutism. Like, oh, what about the Democrat? What about the Labour MP who died? That's tragic as well, and that shouldn't happen either. You know what I mean? Oh, but I thought you were all for free speech. Fucking has limits, obviously. You know what I mean? Not when you're basically you should be not that. It's just it's just I cannot believe so many people have no humanity. And I think the internet's a big problem. Like I said, if you actually stepped out into the real world, people don't think like that or say like that, you know what I mean? The internet and the real world is such a big different thing, and that's why I think the internet should be policed at this point. I know that sounds a bit dictatorial, but I think it does need to be policed in some way. You know, people should be a lot more grounded and have more humanity and actually recognise they're speaking to another people on the other end of the screen, and their conversations are to other people. and they have real life consequences, such as radicalisation, such as the killer. When you call him fucking far right, you call him a Nazi, you call him fascist. All these really extreme things. You're radicalising people to think he's like the next Hitler. You know what I mean? It's disgusting. And then they want to lack accountability and then laugh at it and then like, oh, I thought it's for free speech. Again, it has consequences. It affects people. So it's just like, oh my god.
How are you doing?
Hi, are you okay? Anyway, rant aside. Where's off to? Yeah, I need to use these keys now, don't I? Oh no, I went the wrong way. I think. Yeah, I went the wrong way. Hang on. I need to go back. There we are, that's where I needed to go. Down here. What time is it? Wow. Whoa. I don't expecting all these guys here. Let's... Okay, let me shoot you. Bloody... How many people are here, man? I'll be taking that. Ugh. Oh? Is that everyone? Nice. Okay. God, that was crazy. Like fucking a million zombies. Yeah, it's just the final thing as well. Like, there was certain people, again, like, you know, mocking, celebrating the death, and like, but they literally met him in person. I could never, like, meet someone in person, say they died like a month later, and then I wouldn't just be okay with it and like, almost, and even celebrate and mock it. Like that Union head. How can you be so apathetic and evil? And it's like, when you met him just a month before, I don't know, it's crazy. Yeah, I can read your text. Which door was it? There we are. There we are.
Got it. How is your stream going?
Oh, it's okay, thank you. Oh, oh God. Oh.
That's cool. So do you play any other games beside this?
What did I play before this? Yeah, I have played different games. Manhunt, I played South Park. What else did I play? Call of Duty, the old ones. But I'm on this one now, Resident Evil.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
I also play RDR2, God of War, CS and NFS.
Oh,
But
okay.
usually it depends on mood, lol.
Oh, okay. Nice. I could do with a herb right now. There we are.
But I love RDR2 cause its story is too good.
Yeah, I
And
did hear.
graphics too.
Yeah, I did hear good things about that and the story. Yeah, I heard it was. I did hear it was good. Yeah.
Do you like story games?
Some. Some. The Resident Evil ones aren't bad. Hence why I'm playing it.
I see.
I need to turn this on, don't I?
BTW, I have some great ideas for your stream. So can I share them with you?
Oh, okay. Okay. Down, up, I think.
Sure, can I have your Discord?
Sorry, I
Write
don't.
down your username in chat.
I don't have Discord.
Oh, no worries. I wanna let you know, I'm a professional graphic designer since last 3-4 years on commission. I design all essential stuff for stream alike.
Oh, okay. I'm not overly fussed on my graphics, so I would say, at least at the moment. That's cool to hear.
I can totally understand your point. How about we just work on your logo with your fav color theme and fav character? Cause starting with RST.
Yeah, I'm also okay on that, to be honest. I'm just kind of casually going about it, you know what I mean? I'm okay with the graphics and looks at the moment. But I do appreciate your input. Okay, let's put some stuff in here. Actually, let me get the red herb. Let's put that back. There we are.
Sherry, I've been looking everywhere for you. I was so worried. We've got to go now, honey, okay? If we stay here, that monster will find us. Let's go. No, I won't. What's the matter? Don't you trust me? It's not that, Claire. It's because of my daddy. He's over there. I heard him call my name.
Over where?
Daddy must have been attacked by the monsters. I have to help him.
Oh boy.
Wait, Sherry. Don't go alone. Sherry! Sherry!
Oh, Sherry. Oh dear. Oh, they don't grab you? Oh. Okay. Even the zombies have more humanity than the people on social media. Even the zombies don't grab me because I'm a little girl. I'm a child. Even they have decency to... Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, they don't grab you, they just vomit on you. Which doesn't do any damage, so yeah. Oh, I'm clipping through the box. But yeah, talking about the back again now. What was it? The march now. Let's talk about the march on Saturday. I'm quite proud people went there. You know, not. I was going to say fought for the country. That sounds like a bit World War II-ish. No, but like they spoke up. You know what I mean? It's nice seeing so many people speak up now. Even I probably wouldn't be doing this. Like fucking even just like a year ago. Like, but you know, now we can openly talk about these things. You know what I mean? It's quite nice. Very important as well. But like, again, it's the same lefty groups. Just like being vile, vicious people. Like again, all those people. Like, I don't know the exact number. I really don't think it's 3 million who went there. I don't get why it's such a fucking contentious issue about why people debating so much about the actual number who went there. Like, people got no life or something. Like, what the hell? Like, they're arguing whether it was 100,000 or 115,000 or a few 100,000, or if it's 1,200,000, 2 million, 3 million. Like, I mean, let's just say from the pictures we could fucking see a lot of people went. I think that's all that matters, right? Like, and it just shows how important it is because of how shit our country is and how shit Keir Starmer is, you know what I mean? And the lefties who are ruining the country as well, who by enabling this shit, you know what I mean? And the same people like that, they're all left, they're all far right and all that. It's so funny as well because I saw as well, you know, there are some people, there are some like black people or like doing videos about them at the event. And literally, they got no flack. Even the people there literally vibed with them. You know what I mean? Oh, wrong way. They literally, you know, they vibed with the people there, like the black people, whatever, recording. They were having a right time. You know what I mean? Where's the racism? Where? You know what I mean? With so many people there, like probably over a million. And like I said, there are only like 28 arrests. I say only, obviously ideally it'd be 0, but we don't live in an ideal world, you know what I mean? You can't control everyone. But you know, relatively speaking, 28's not fucking bad. Especially compared to the horrible stab fest that we call Carnival. That had like over 400 arrests with less people. You know what I mean? I'll take 28, but you know what I mean? Most people are just normal people. That's the thing. So what are they saying? Like 80% of the country are fucking far right and fascist. Again, you gotta really you gotta think about that realistically. That makes no sense. So you just chan out your ass. You know what I mean?
Thanks, sweetie. Now why don't you come over here? I want you to stay with me. Claire! I can't reach the ventilation.
But yeah, it's just like...
Don't worry, I'll find another way. I can take care of myself.
Yeah, and Tommy Robinson as well, because he was the key speaker, he was the key organiser, he was like the key figure, right, behind it. I'm sorry, he's a great guy as well. Like, he actually reminds me of like someone who really like. It reminds me of people who who are culturally similar to me, like certain people who grew up with me and like my family. He really is like down to earth. Like he's more like, for me anyway, he's quite relatable. Like he's not this like posho, this fucking so out of touch. Like he really tells how it, like, you know what I mean? Like he really does remind me, like, people I know. But anyway, the point is, like, the label again, they're all labelling him all these type of things. They called him a racist, but literally, he speaks positively against, like, people he knows who are black or Asian or whatnot. They call him Islamophobic, but he literally has Muslim friends, and he makes a good point of emphasising the good Muslims from the bad ones. You know what I mean? People who abuse Islam, and use the more vile version of it, rather than those who are like, decent people who are like, who want to fit in and who want to be friendly with everyone. You know what I mean? It's not against a whole minority, so he can't be racist. You know what I mean? Like, and he made about the EDL as well. He literally, they say he's like behind the EDL, but he literally, if you saw a clip when he first started, when he started his campaign like ages ago, he made a good point of denouncing any association with the EDL. So how can he be with the EDL when he utterly denounces being with them? That makes no fucking sense. Like with Nigel Farage, he denounced being with EDL and he put work in to stop the EDL as well. So how can he again be Nazi and be far right and be with the EDL when he actively is against them? If you actually look at the clips, but they won't look at those clips all there. They were cherry picked certain ones, which are out of context and, like I said, don't have the full story. It's full of shit. These people are disgusting. All they do is just want to smear people who speak against them, because all they want at the end of the day is just a massive echo chamber. Like when you look online, even if you go on any subreddit, if you go on any TikTok comment section, it's just flooded with absolute deranged lefties. Anytime someone speaks up against it, there'll be like 100 replies trying to shut them down and call them XYZ or bring up some cherry-picked bullshit stat that's so fucking fudged and manipulated. You know what I mean? Basically, it's the left way or the no way at this point. But people aren't putting up with it any longer. They're not fucking what's it called? They're not fucking then they're just not taking it anymore, and they see how bullshit it is. They see how, for example, you know what I mean, you can't everyone be friendly and be friends and hug each other and all that. When, for example, the Muslims or whatever, they hate gay people. They treat women like shit, especially in certain countries. We want to let them in because they're so friendly. They're the teddy bears or whatever. But you can't be for them and for gay people and for women's rights. That makes no sense. Like, they're in some imaginative fairyland where everyone gets along. That's not reality. And that's the thing, we can see that. You know what I mean? We know certain people from certain cultures, certain people, full stop, just don't get along with Western society or society we live in. Stop trying to play games and stop trying to be fairyland and stop trying to fucking call people XYZ if they don't fucking believe in your fairyland bullshit. You know what I mean? It's fucking annoying. And people aren't putting up with it anymore, you know what I mean? People speaking out now. It is what it is. So yeah, just a lot of bad stuff at the moment in the world, right? It's just gonna get worse. So that's the thing. Like until at least Keir Starmer leaves, nothing's gonna get better. It's just the question is how redeemable is our country going to be from now on? You know what I mean? When it gets worse and worse, is it savable? Like, you know what I mean? Because another thing, like, they love, for example, the left as well, they love to say what white meat people commit most rapes or essays or whatever, but per capita, we're actually one of the lowest. I don't like making a point of it. I really, but like, again, you got to be realistic. A lot of people from certain backgrounds, like Afghanistan and so on, Pakistan. I'm not saying a particular faith. You know what I mean? Like, there are good Muslims or whatever. I'm not pointing at a faith. I'm pointing at a culture. I'm pointing at a country as well. Call me xenophobe, I don't give a shit. But like, you got to be realistic. Per capita, they do a lot more damage per capita. And the point is, at the moment, yeah, there are more white people, so they probably do more because there's a lot more white people. But that makes no sense when in like 2050 we literally will get taken over. We're going to be then the minority group. So then what happens say for example, at the moment, let's say it's like 80% white people and like, I don't know, 20% other. The other do more per capita, but obviously there's less of them, so it's less damaging. But then say if we're 50% and the other is 50% in 2050, then actually you'll see a lot more, right? You'll see a lot more statistic per capita, a lot more cases, a lot more crime when you let the other take over. You know what I mean? When there's more people from other countries, from dangerous countries, if you let them overpopulate more, they're going to do more crime. So it makes no sense. Then the talking point is, white people do more crime now at the moment. That's because there's a lot more of us. Per capita, no. And that's the point. Per capita, eventually, there'll be less of us at the rate we're going. You know what I mean? At the moment, white people, not white people say, but white British. But again, it could be just British in general. I'm not necessarily white, but like, at the moment, our birth rate's really low. And it's because of the shit world we're in. No one wants to bring a baby in. It'd be selfish to do so at this point, to be honest. But certain cultures are known for just popping babies out, and eventually they're gonna, they're gonna not be the minority anymore. That same group who per capita on average does more crimes. So you know what I mean? It's just, they don't get it. You know what I mean? They love to use cherry picked stats to fucking perpetuate this false, imaginative, unrealistic fucking world when that's not what we live in. I think it's just full. I think they know it's full of shit as well, though. What's the card for? Weapon storage. Oh, that's for the garage. You know what I mean? The thing, I just don't know how anyone could be like on the left now. I don't know. I genuinely don't. At least on the far left, anyway. I don't know how. It must be people who are like, like those like middle-aged Karens who are trying to be do-gooders, who live in like the posho areas of the UK, who don't have these sort of problems that we face. You know what I mean? Like migrant hotels. Just crime off the scales. You know what I mean? Incompatible cultures. There's a lot of conflict as well. The other thing really annoys me, like every single time someone brings a problem up, the left are like, it's just a distraction for the rich. Like I did say at the start, the rich are a problem. They really are. Like I said, the fact that Amazon could get away with no tax, 0% tax, but the poorest still have to pay 20% tax. That's absolutely vile. You know what I mean? This tax dodging, absolutely disgusting. And they're a problem. But so is immigration. And they love to say, but immigration don't cause financial issues. First of all, they actually do. You know what I mean? They drive down wages because of competition. That, you know, there's a reason why they're hiring people from India, overseas, allowing, you know, at least the entry level jobs like Tesco or Deliveroo. All of them are worked by, you know, the immigrants. They fucking press down wages. They press down working conditions, and so we eventually, even the British, have to put up with shittier conditions. But then, if you remove them, then the employers will have to be making jobs more attractive for workers. You know what I mean? So there is a financial thing on top of the fact there's no fucking places for schools, no fucking housing, which drives up the current housing market absolutely crazy. Extreme pricing. So yes, they cost us a lot. You know what I mean? They do. So it's absolute fucking farce to say they're not responsible for the financial issues. What do they expect then? Just us to build unlimited schools, unlimited houses, unlimited hospitals? Not fucking realistic. Unlimited roads. All of this stuff that, because of imported so many people who then breed crazy. I don't know, I'm not referring to anyone in particular, any group, but just immigrant, you know what I mean? It could be any race. I don't care about the race, it's just like, you gotta be realistic about these things, you know what I mean? You can't just say it's all about, every time you bring up an issue, you can't just say, oh, it's the rich using it as a distraction, it's the rich using it as a distraction. And you know what's ironic as well? They love to blame like certain people, like, you know, people who blame immigration or something. Oh, all they do is blame immigration for all their problems. Oh, but they do the exact same thing for the rich, but they do it about the rich. They blame all their problems from the rich though. So why can they blame all theirs on a single entity? But then it's wrong for another people to do the same. When it's true either way. The rich and immigrants are a big issue. That are a lot of reasons why people are just fucked these days, you know what I mean? But you can't be hypocritical about it and say, oh, how dare you blame the immigrants for everything, but yet you do the same but just blame the rich. Hang on. Okay, hopefully the audio's back to normal now. Let me check. Okay, should be back to normal now. I accidentally unplugged my headset. My apologies. Okay, we're back to normal. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like, I get it. I can't keep going back to this point. How many times have I just brought up hypocrisy in this stream? How many times? Again, you can't just slam what, you know. So for example, the right, or it's not even right. It's not even right or left anymore. It's just nut jobs and fucking realists at this point. You can't blame realists for like saying, oh, immigrants. You blame them for accusing immigrants of everything, but you do the same, but accuse the rich of everything. You can't do one entity can't be resolve everything. You know what I mean? But you don't be hypocritical about it, you know what I mean? They can cause a lot of things, but not everything, sure. But don't be a hypocrite and like, you do the same that you accuse someone else of doing, you know what I mean? Yes, it might not be correct to accuse immigrants of everything, but same for the rich. For example, with the crimes, are the rich telling, for example, certain immigrants to, you know, do certain crimes? No, but that's what happens. It's not the rich behind everything, you know what I mean? Like, the rich don't tell fucking people to, you know, people to not build houses and not do all that, you know what I mean? Partly the government's fault, but also the fact that immigrants was taking up all the resources. Like, you can't just say, I'll just build infinite houses. It's not realistic. I don't know what fucking la la land they live in by saying stuff like that. You know what I mean? You got to be realistic. We only have finite obviously, I guess most things are finite. I'd say, right? But like, it got to be realistic. You know what I mean? You can't just build everything. Oh shit! It's just so unrealistic to like say, oh, the rich are behind everything. They have unlimited. To be fair, they do have. I can't even fathom just how much money certain individuals have. Crazy. And the tax dodging, like I said, absolutely vile. And you know, I will say as well, I do think it is a bit unfair that Angela Rayner, for example, rightfully so, got blasted for her tax dodging. But you know, Nigel Farage did it too. Yes, it's technically legal, but you got to have a bit of morality to it. You know what I mean? He fucking obviously was manipulating tax codes and all that to pay less tax. That's, you know what I mean? You've got to be real about things. You know what I mean? I don't like him for that either. Does that make, you know? I'm not gonna be a lefty about it because of that. You know what I mean? I can see both sides. You know, I really don't like Nigel Farage for that either. You know what I mean? For being a tax dodger or whatever, and funneling through. Fuck off! I'm telling you, these dogs are so annoying. And like how he funnels his wages for a company to pay less tax. I don't like that at all. I don't get how legal it is. Vile. It's just disgusting. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, like, yeah, you have to pick your battles. You know, like whether he does that, that's annoying. He does that. I wish he didn't. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he's also standing against, for example, immigration. You know, he's really going against the grain for a lot of things people stand for. So you gotta like kind of pick your battles. You know what I mean? You can't just be unrealistic and blame everything on one thing. You can't. You know what I mean? You can't expect unrealistic things like, oh, we're gonna tax the rich and they're all gonna stay here. We're gonna get all the money from them. It's not gonna work. We can't just build infinite houses. We're not gonna get infinite money out of them. You gotta be realistic. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta pick your battles. You know. And at the moment, the left, like I said at the start, the left are just so uninviting. Like, how are they convincing people to their cause or to their side when they act a certain way? They're not. Like, but yeah. Oh, there's a crank here. I don't have any room. Shite. Isn't... Ah, fuck off. Shit, I'm gonna die. But yeah, it's just annoying. Like, I think that you know, the loving left and all that. You know, I think the right have been demonised for a long time now, but I think the left are starting to get it now, and they're starting to become more far left as a result of it, to double down. I think we're really seeing that side isn't so peaceful either. If the way they're reacting to the death. Oh god, I'm gonna have to restart this. There we are. I was going to die otherwise, but you know, like the way they're reacting is so hypocritical. Like, you know what I mean? You can't. At the end of the day, you can't fucking be like against gun violence. You can't be like, you can't be loving. You can't be peaceful, accepting, and all that. But yet, Fuck, these dogs are so annoying. Fuck off. Oh, I need to make room. Pick up the crane, you stupid bitch. God, these dogs, man, are probably the most annoying enemies in the game. They're worse than the boss fights. The fact that a normal enemy is more fucking annoying than the fucking boss fight is summit, man. Oh my god. I need a herb after that. But yeah, I'm gonna head off in a minute because it's getting late. But actually, I'm gonna probably head off now. Actually, I'm gonna head off now. I'm gonna save. But yeah, at the end of the day, like, I just needed to get it off my chest. Like, the reaction I've seen this last week about the murder, just vile. And again, I think it just finally shows just how disgusting the left are and how much they're clutching at straws. Like, what about the murder of a Democrat? What about free speech? No one's said anything bad about that. You know what I mean? People feel remorse about other killings as well. Doesn't matter what side you're on. People recognise the limitations to free speech because otherwise there'll be a fucking toxic cesspit of humanity, which we are. And I do think we need a crackdown on. Oh, is there no save in here? Oh, I guess I'll play a bit longer then. But I think we do need a crackdown on it. It's just disgusting. I thought that was a save room. Guess not. Okay, I'm gonna put some stuff in storage, then I'm gonna save, then I'm gonna leave that there, I think, for today. But it's just like, it just goes back to my, I'm just gonna reiterate my stream title. What has the world come to? How, there's just no humanity left anymore. Like, it makes me really sad. It really does. Like, I need to heal though. Hang on. Okay, there we are. Okay, I'm gonna save, then I'm gonna leave that there. There we are. Okay, yeah, we're not far away from the second boss fight now. From the boss fight, sorry, the first one. From the boss fight, we've not got much left to do now. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna leave that there then. But I'll see you next time.